Welcome back to another strange installment of Forgotten Spoof Movies. I've done a few of these, and I think I've done pretty well covering, the obscure stuff. So far, we've done Silence of the Hams, and most recently, Plump Fiction, which was a movie I remember seeing, as a kid, seeing it around and whatnot. I just never got around to watching it, and therefore kind of forgot about it, So it's hard for me to find these movies that are truly obscure, truly lost, at least to me. So imagine my surprise when I stumbled upon what I think is the only actual Matrix spoof or Matrix parody, whatever you want to go with, because this thing tries, it swings for the fences, doesn't always land, doesn't always hit, but there's some funny moments throughout. And what I gotta say, I can't believe this movie snuck by my radar, considering I've worked with, and I kind of know Vanilla Ice on a, personal level. It's nothing crazy. I see the guy and he recognizes me and he's like, oh, hey, what's up? And as longtime watchers of the channel know, you guys know that I worked with Vanilla Ice. I was in a nationwide hot dog music video with the man. It was a lot of fun. You can learn all about how I managed that in this video linked up above. I'll link it down below. It'll be at the end of the video. So it'll give you some context onto why I'm such a fan of Vanilla Ice. And I always have been, but that was a little special time, and got to hang out with Vanilla Ice, and till this day, whenever his crew comes to Texas, when he comes to Texas to do a show, I go backstage and I hang out with everyone. It's a lot of fun. Something I never ever thought I'd be able to say, But all that being said, my man Vanilla Ice, he's done a lot of acting, most notably his own movie in the 90s, Cool as Ice. You guys want to hear me talk about that one? Let me know. But he's also done a lot of stuff with Adam Sandler recently and whatnot. But the one thing I completely forgot about, like I said, was Helix Loaded, the Matrix spoof, starring Vanilla Ice. This dude is in the whole movie. It's a little strange. He kind of disappears for a little while, but he's in the whole movie. He's in the first act, second act, third act. He has a lot to do. His character, I don't know exactly who he's parodying in the Matrix, but it's an interesting little movie. This is from a one-time, first-time director. Cast and crew just bare bones. We'll get into more of the production and stuff like that after I break down the film for you guys. So before we waste any more time, let's get right to it. Everybody, Helix Loaded. Oh hell.
Hello? That's weird.
Come on, Tyrone, open the door, man.
So, right off the bat with this damn movie, you can see that it's not shot very well. It's really dark. This is maybe the darkest movie I've ever seen. It doesn't even seem like the actors are mic'd up. They're just kind of talking, and it's real echoey. And, immediately, this thing is kind of hard to follow. It all sounds like ass.
Have the money?
Tyrone. All the access codes and routing points are here, ready for the transaction. $500,000 on your account. You got the Helix?
And on top of everything just kind of sounding and looking like ass, Vanilla Ice seems to be the only memorable actor. Early on, though, there are some funny scenes. It sets up the Matrix stuff. You got your fake Trinity and whatnot, and they set up this kind of loose plot line, whatever. There's a pretty good chase scene, if I'm being honest, early on there. Oh, and another thing, how every single movie spoof or parody, whatever, they parodied the Matrix after it was released. Every one of them, they would have the floating kick or the dodging bullets. You know what I mean? Any comedy movie for literally any reason. It got pretty annoying from what I remember. But I can confidently say that here in Helix Loaded, well, we got the best versions of those gags, Check it out. And the movie also goes out of its way to spoof Fight Club a lot. And those, honestly, are some of the funniest scenes. This fake Edward Norton had me cracking up every time.
Well, what just fell into that fucking dumpster? Why are you always talking to yourself? Come on. Hey, I do not talk to myself, all right?
But, yeah, really, this flick suffers from just long, boring takes shot in just regular ass rooms that are unappealing to the eye. You know, even this early on, this movie is a slog to get through. I was like 15 minutes in and I'm looking at my watch.
Somewhere? What are you doing, man? Let's go. Y'all go ahead without me. I'll be right there.
Come on!
Oh, shit! What the hell? Oh, God, it bit me! It smells like ass in here. God. Oh, my God!
So there's like the fake Neo that everyone's looking for, or here called Nuvo, and he does like the Keanu Reeves thing. You know, he takes it to the extreme, and they even throw in some like Bill and Ted references that are pretty funny. There's some Point Break lines in here that had me spitting out my morning coffee.
Are you trying to tell us that the FBI is going to pay us to learn to surf?
Yeah.
And it's barely a Matrix spoof. I mean, they literally follow a white bunny or whatever, stupid, but that's about it, really. Aside from the occasional green color correcting and, I don't know, everyone wearing sunglasses and shit. But again, most of the Fight Club gags sort of land because the rest of the jokes are just so bizarre. So, I mean, when they introduce a fake Bob during a random AA parody scene, I mean, it's funny. I don't know. I think it's funny.
And there, snuggled between those perfect breasts, the federales interrupted my breakthrough.
And there's a lot of very odd and frankly stupid gags that just keep happening around this extremely loose plot. You know, from the start of this thing, it's hard to follow, but damn, it's damn near impossible to track by the 20-minute mark. Again, I just kept looking at my watch. It's like only 5 minutes have gone by. Oh, I mean, I really tried, but it took me about 2 days to finish this movie. And honestly, all of that is mainly due to the audio just being horrendous, true ear poison, and the equally horrible lighting. It's just, it's an ugly ass movie. Also, where the hell is Vanilla Ice? He just got dragged into a dumpster and now he's gone. What a jip. Where is he?
Then they realize she only sees stuff that's already happened.
Burger.
See, like, what is happening?
Yo, what's up?
Oh, shit. So I guess Vanilla Ice comes back. I don't know what's happening here. Sorry, Ice. This movie's weird. So finally the movie jumps back into the Matrix territory and they go to visit Orpheum. You see, he's a little person, so it's funny. You get it? You get the joke? And instead of pills, he offers them gummy bears, which did make me chuckle. This movie sucks. So they eat the gummy bears, and then they get to the Helix. And, Jesus fucking Christ. At least we get a fight scene between Ice and not Bobby Lee over here. Oh, never mind. What is happening? What is this movie? Sorry guys, this thing is just so hard to get through. I know I keep saying that, my bad. But, you know, even with the gratuitous nudity here, I can't show it, sadly, but even with that and, like, some dancing from Vanilla Ice, which may be the best part of this movie, why are they making such odd choices? It's then that we get an explanation of what's going on in this movie, as I'm sure the filmmakers know that nobody would be able to tell what the fuck is happening here.
Fight against someone, and you fight against yourself. You must free your mind to the illusion of separation. The biggest struggle is against yourself.
What the fuck does that mean?
Anyways, so we're here at the finale, finally, and they have to save Orpheum. And just like in the Matrix movies, you remember that awesome bullet-frenzied finale, you know what I mean? Let's get to it.
All right, stop. Collaborate. Listen to each other.
And I can't believe it took these guys this long to parody the bullet dodging thing, but they finally got around to it. I'm glad to see Vanilla Ice made it to the finale, and seriously, out of everyone in this thing, he's pretty entertaining. I don't know if it's because he's Vanilla Ice, or because, you know, he is my hot dog brother, but here he's fun, and he kind of gets his moment in the finale. So, after an hour and a half of these assholes searching for the other one, it turns out, for some reason, the other one was the rabbit? And we get a Bill and Ted reference again, and who cares? This thing's finally over.
Via con Dios. And definitely be excellent to each other.
Damn it, I thought this thing would never end. But Staunch Gang, it's finally over. Wow, talk about a obscure spoof movie, right? I'm sorry if anyone out there didn't really enjoy this one. It is a rough movie to watch, but I don't know. I think maybe I'm being a little too harsh on it. There is a lot of comedy throughout. I did leave a lot of stuff out of there because the movie is for free on YouTube. I recommend all you guys go watch it. Let them know that Staunch sent you. But there is some good gags here. It's just kind of frustrating to see that, you know, there's a lot of missed opportunities, and I think maybe with a tighter edit, this movie would have, you know, maybe been a little more well known, or I don't know, just done more than it did. But, you know, all that being said, props to everyone involved, the director, A. Raven Cruz. I mean, this is like I said, this is really his only feature. He's done a few other things, but it seems to largely not be interested in making anything else. I don't know. Although Helix Loaded was a labor of love for the guy. He did a pretty cool interview, I'll link it below, but basically he really tried to get like a quality product across, even though he knew there would be budgetary restraints, because I mean, let's honestly, The Matrix was a big budget film, and the spoof not so much. But they really did a good job here, mainly because the effects guys they got really did a standout job. I was very surprised by the effects, if I'm being totally honest here. Some of it looks really good. Some of it looks like, you know, it could have been in The Matrix, honestly. And in that aspect, they nailed everything. It's just the script is a little dull. Like I said, scenes kind of go on too long. A lot of the stuff just isn't funny. And if they're going to go out of their way to spoof other movies like Fight Club, you know, they could have maybe done a little more. Just pick up a few other movies that are popular around the time. In the interview, the director, Raven Cruz, he talks about how he was really into, what's that movie called? American Beauty. He was really into American Beauty at the time. That and Fight Club were huge. But he was like, yeah, American Beauty wouldn't really fit. Why not, man? Just there was a lot of there's a lot of good stuff to spoof there, and we did obviously see, you know, stuff from that film spoof later on. You know, the whole bag thing and whatnot. Now, if we're talking tier, like where does a Helix Loaded exist with the other spoof movies? You know, where does, because there's obviously quality and then, you know, not quality versions of these movies. But I don't know. I wouldn't say that Helix Loaded is as bad as something like, you know, Disaster Movie or Epic Movie, because those are damn near just unwatchable. I'd put it more along the lines of something like Saturday the 14th, or, you know, even right up there with Silence of the Hams, because, you know, low budgets and whatnot, that's something they have similar. Even though the script isn't up to snuff, I'd say it isn't something as bad. It isn't like a Busted, you know what I mean? And I really think that for anybody who's into these kind of movies, you will have a good time with this one, because again, there is enough to keep you involved, enough to keep you watching. Now, why Vanilla Ice was involved in this, I'm not too sure on that one. There must have been some sort of connection there. However, I did find out that Vanilla Ice was supposed to play the main role as Nuvo. Although, of course, you know, the guy's a busy dude, couldn't really do it, so they split up the main character into two guys. So whenever earlier I was wondering, you know, who's Vanilla Ice parodying in this? Who's he supposed to be Well, nobody. He just kind of split off from the main character, but I'm glad he's here because Vanilla Ice really does bring it. All of his scenes are hilarious. And in turn, the main character Nuvo went to actor Scott Levy, who is kind of known in the film circles as being like a Navy SEAL, because he is a Navy SEAL. But he went from Navy SEAL to acting, and he's always been involved in different projects, some a lot bigger than others. I was surprised to find that his first film was actually kind of like a small uncredited part in Stormcatcher. I just found that tape on VHS, so I'll probably be reviewing that one soon. And like I said, none of the other actors really have anything notable going on, but it's all good, man, because they really do bring it here. You can tell it was a fun movie to shoot. The environment there must have been something to behold, with these actors, and a lot of them were first timers, and I don't know, pretty cool production. I'm glad they got it all out. But they did try to get it done in time for the Matrix Revolutions to have some press, and it'd be more relevant that way, I suppose. Although again, the budgets and whatnot stopped that from happening. Although the film did get a premiere at the prestigious Mann's Chinese Theater. It's like one of the only independent productions for that to ever happen, and they got a big red carpet premiere. I mean, the director was there, the cast and crew, even Vanilla Ice showed up. So are you a fan of The Matrix? Is there anything I missed here? You can go watch the movie in its entirety and come back and let me know. And also let me know what other obscure spoof movies I should check out. Now, I've been diving kind of deep into those things. I think next I'll do like a little more relevant one. I was thinking of touching on High School High pretty soon. But just follow me on YouTube, hit that notification bell, and my community posts so you'll be able to vote for the next episode. Seriously, everybody, go check out Helix Loaded. Let me know what you think. Long live Vanilla Ice. Make sure you're subscribed, like this video, comment. Love you guys. I'll see you soon in the next episode of Obscure Spoof Movies.